Hello, everyone, and welcome to the National Black MBA Association's Wednesdays webinar series. Thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment to acquaint you with a few features of this web event technology. At any time, you may adjust your audio using your computer volume settings. On the right-hand side of your screen, you will see a Q&A window. To submit a question, type your question in the small text box at the bottom, and when finished, click the Send button. You may do this at any time during the program. All questions that you submit are only seen by today's presenters. Questions will be responded to in the order in which they are received and will be addressed at the end of the presentation. However, please note that due to time constraints, our speakers may not respond to all questions submitted. At this time, I'd like to introduce our speaker, Jamil Price, Human Resources Leader for University Relations and Events Strategy for North America at Johnson & Johnson. In this role, Jamil leads a team of university relations specialists that builds the relationships to support the implementation of our global talent acquisition strategy. Working with college students has always been a passion for Jamil, as he believes this is a pivotal moment in their lives. Prior to joining Johnson & Johnson, Jamil spent 5 years working in student affairs in higher education at Auburn University, Texas A&M University, and the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, where he helped new students and their families train or transition to the university. Jamil has a BS in journalism and electronic media from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, go Vols, and a master's in education from Auburn University, War Eagle. During his free time, Jamil enjoys watching his favorite sports teams, traveling the globe, and spending time with his family and friends. Welcome, Jamil.
Thank you so much, Jackie, and thank you so much to all that are attending the webinar tonight. As Jackie said, my name is Jamil Price, and I do serve as the HR Leader for University Relations and Events here at Johnson & Johnson, and excited to spend the next hour and 15, 20 minutes to talk a little bit about our company, Johnson & Johnson, as well as ways that you can join us as we take on this journey of really changing the trajectory of healthcare for humanity. Tonight, we hope to introduce the Johnson & Johnson that you don't know and have the opportunity really to meet each of you a little bit and get the opportunity to connect with us later in Houston down at National Black for this year. So to give you just a quick insight of who I am, again, I attended Auburn University as well as the University of Tennessee. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. You'll probably hear it in my accent as we continue on throughout the evening. I love to travel, so every year my partner and I attend the Kentucky Derby. This upcoming year will be our 5th year in a row going. Absolutely love traveling the world. And that picture in the middle right side, that was my family, my parents and I over in Sydney, Australia, and then also had the chance to visit New Zealand. I'm looking forward to flying over to Tokyo for this year's Thanksgiving, spend time traveling and visiting my friends across the globe, and then also in my spare time, love hanging out with my friends, guilty pleasure of shopping, and all sorts of different things there too. As we get into more of the business side with J&J, I've been fortunate enough to be with the company for the past 3 years, joined in August of 2016. And since then, I've held 3 different roles. I started as a university relations specialist, really managing the relationship between J&J as well as some of our core institutions and organizations such as National Black. And then I stepped into an HR lead role where I was obtained some more responsibilities within the university recruiting and relations function, and then recently was named the HR leader for University Relations and Events a year ago last August. So excited to spend a little bit of time talking about J&J, but then also looking forward to letting you meet some of my colleagues that are on the line that will be able to walk you through some of their programs and opportunities for you to join J&J. So you all on this call are smart, you're not afraid of hard work, and you want your achievements and your careers, really your breakthroughs, to mean something. And we know all of these qualities are in demand in today's world. We're here because we're looking for people who want to accomplish amazing things, cure diseases, improve the quality of life, expedite healing, and we think you all that are on this call have the potential. Health and technology are changing fast, and we'd like to show you how, together with passionate employees, inspiring leaders, and a global community of people innovating, that you can help us change the trajectory of human health, and we hope that you'll consider joining us. If you know anything about J&J, you know about our credo, and our credo is really a collection of values that challenge us to put the needs of well-being of people and the people that we serve first. It was a breakthrough idea that was written back in 1943, and our credo is as relevant today as it was then. This really guides how we do things at work and in the communities we serve. Because our credo is the foundation for everything that we do, every solution we deliver, and every person we hire, it's important to see how it intersects with every facet of our company and the people that we serve. So thinking about our customers, our patients, our employees, our communities, and our stockholders. So what I'm going to do tonight is kind of talk you through our credo, and then also talk about opportunities to learn a little bit more about the J&J that you don't know. So people are our first priority. The doctors, surgeons, caregivers, nurses, and patients, mothers and fathers, and everyone else who really relies on our medicines, health products, and medical devices. It's why we've grown to be the largest and most diversified healthcare company in the world, with 260 operating companies in 60 countries and employing 134,000 employees. But it's more than just about the numbers for us. It's thanks to the employees and the network of partners across the world at J&J. We touch the lives of more than 1 billion people every single day. And our caring doesn't come from our products. Our products come from our caring as we redefine what it means to be a big company in today's world. So now I want to talk through our 3 different sectors with our consumer, our pharmaceutical, and medical devices. And then later in tonight's presentation, you'll have the opportunity to learn more specifically about opportunities to join us with those 3 sectors. So the first sector I'm going to talk about is our consumer sector, probably our most well-known sector, if you know anything about Johnson & Johnson. And this past year in 2018, we did $13.9 billion worth of sales in our consumer group, and J&J is among the world's leading consumer health companies. We're empowered by our passion for quality as we put our focus where we can make our greatest impact. Our innovations are insight-driven, so thinking about skincare emphasis because of the increased need and importance. We have a strong and stable presence in beauty, baby, oral, OTC, wound care, beauty and self-care products are all part of our consumer offerings. The breadth of our brand portfolio may surprise you with names like Aveeno, Vogue International OGX, Rock, Zyrtec, Listerine, Tylenol, Nicorette, and Neutrogena. Within our pharmaceutical sector, we help fight the world's most pervasive diseases and bring new hope to people in all parts of the world by developing and delivering medicines that prolong and improve people's lives. Our pharmaceutical sector sales in 2018 were $40.7 billion, which represents an increase of 12.4% from the previous year, and this is our largest sector in terms of sales. The pharmaceutical sector is focused on 6 therapeutic areas, including immunology, cardiovascular and metabolic disease, hypertension, infectious diseases and vaccines, neuroscience, and oncology. We believe at J&J that science has no limits, and there is extensive R&D happening throughout J&J and Janssen Pharmaceuticals, in addition to the capabilities in AI and data science. J&J is involved with every step of drug discovery and development with manufacturing and delivering, which means many opportunities for folks in STEM. We do this by boldly and relentlessly pursuing the best science for solutions that improve and extend lives. We are one of the largest and fastest growing pharmaceutical companies in the world with an industry-leading pipeline of new innovations in the works. That's important for people early in their careers because this means that their professional development doesn't have to follow a product life cycle. There's always another exciting project waiting for you at J&J. One example of innovation in pharma includes our Spravato spray antidepressant for people with treatment-resistant depression, which was recently gained the FDA approval. Our last sector, but certainly not our least sector, is our medical device sector. And our medical device technologies benefit people of all ages and leverage the latest science and research to change lives. They save lives in acute care environments, restore mobility through joint replacements and orthopedic repair solutions, improve surgical outcomes through minimally invasive surgical procedures, help people live and manage diabetes and cardiovascular conditions, and offer comfortable and easy-to-use vision care. Our medical device sales in 2018 were $27 billion, which represent a 1.5 increase from the previous year. Medical device companies and roles create opportunities for people who want to work in engineering or other STEM disciplines, robotics, and 3D printing to create and innovate in orthopedics, neurological disease, vision care, diabetes care, infection prevention, diagnostics, cardiovascular disease, and anesthetics. You can join one of the world's most comprehensive medical device business with a presence in nearly every operating room around the world. We wanted to spend some time to really talk about acquisitions as they help us strategically grow where we see opportunity in technology, capabilities, and capacity to make an impact. Some of our recent acquisitions include Actelion in our pharmaceutical space, Zarbee's Naturals, which is our self-care product, RS Health, which is in robotics, CSE Holding, which is in beauty products. With some of these acquisitions, this really gives us the opportunity to add new avenues for career development, offering diverse places for us to focus, learn, collaborate, and get exposure to different aspects of the industry. Some of the deals on the acquisitions include in June 2017, Janssen Pharmaceutical Companies of J&J acquired Actelion for a total purchase price of approximately $30 billion in cash, which is our largest acquisition in company history. On July 30th of 2018, J&J Consumer announced that we entered our agreement to acquire Zarbee's, which is a privately held company that is the leader in naturally based healthcare products. And then in April of 2019, so this past year, we completed our acquisition of RS Health, which RS Health robotic platform technology is currently used in diagnostics and therapeutic proceedings in the lung care. And J&J advances its commitment to combating lung cancer and expand its digital surgery portfolio across multiple surgery specialties. And I'm excited to next week be able to spend some time out with our RS group to learn a little bit more about what they do and how we can continue to recruit early talent. In order to keep our legacy strong, especially in today's technologically advanced world, we need to keep innovating as a company. So J&J continues to complement and build on pioneering work that our own scientists and engineers do on a daily basis. A few examples of how J&J is at the forefront of our advances in human-centered healthcare. There are advancements and potential to boost these areas include J&J and Next Biomedical with the incubator, J&J and the Apple Watch and the AFib study, and then also J&J and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with the National Institute of Health HIV Trial Vaccines Network. So these are just some of the many partnerships that we at J&J have with other companies. Our second responsibility outlined by our credo is to our employees. So this leads us to provide an environment for dynamic and rewarding careers as well as personal growth. Our pursuit of life-changing breakthroughs create a world of possibility for your professional and personal development. We want you to live your best life, however you define it, while doing your best work. We offer traditional benefits employees expect, such as medical, dental, and vision options, depending on the plans you elect and the family members you wish to enroll. But more importantly, we offer innovative benefits that further enable our employees and their families to receive the support they need to maintain physical, mental, and financial well-being, such as our Reignite Return to Work program, which shows how career breaks and nonlinear career paths are accepted here. Expanded parental leave for moms and dads, which highlights inclusivity and gender equality. Our employee resource groups, which are groups that are anything from veterans to people with different cultural backgrounds, which showcase our commitment to diversity and how we collaborate and learn from each other. Energy for Performance training, so really a unique benefit that gives employees another way to live their healthiest life. Student loan advice, so making sure that we are being healthy with our financial decisions. We also offer on-site child care, fitness facilities, and health centers. There are LGBTQ benefits, including transgender inclusive health insurance coverage and same-sex partner benefits aligned with the Human Rights Campaign for Corporate Equality Index, pet insurance, enhanced military benefits, and tuition reimbursement. We understand that careers aren't always linear and that life experience matters, and no two breakthroughs are inspired in the same way. With us, you don't have to change employers to move your career forward. Our diverse businesses and emphasis on collaboration mean good things make moving a career here. So cross-business career moves, flexible work arrangements, and a culture of support are all accepted at our company. You can gain broad experiences and build a global network among our 260 operating companies within our 3 business segments, and again, our 134,000 employees. All of those are designed to help you and your ideas make the greatest impact through efforts such as value and respect for your unique experiences, clear and visible responsibility, challenging assignments, ability to make a difference from day one, and ongoing training and leadership development opportunities. We are proud to have earned the recognition of several important organizations for the many ways that our company has embraced diversity. There are several listed on the screen right now, but I wanted to just call out and highlight a few of them. One being placed on Working Mothers magazine list of 100 best companies for working mothers for the 31st consecutive year. Named a 2018 Fortune Most Admired Company, appearing in the top 20, and we took first place in the pharmaceutical category worldwide for a 5th consecutive year. We were ranked number 1 on Diversity Inc.'s 2018 list of top 50 companies for diversity and inclusion. And we also ranked number 27th on the LinkedIn top companies list for 2019. Our goal for 2020 and beyond is to lead by example, cultivating the world's healthiest workforce. As you can tell, we have a diversity of benefits that are important for employees and for the company to continue to attract the best people, including many of you on the call today. Because you and your family deserve to live your best life while doing your best work. We have a number of programs in place to help us achieve that goal across many facets in our employee lives. From programs that encourage healthy eating, movement, to ensuring the financial health of our employees through competitive compensation programs, health and wellness benefits, recognition programs, long-term incentives, and robust retirement plans. We have a lot of different benefits and certainly hope that when you join us, you'll be able to take advantage of those as well. Our responsibility continues beyond our customers and our patients, as well as our employees, and really into the communities where we live and work, including our global community. Our citizenship and sustainability approach is linked to our vision of a world where a healthy mind, body, and environment is within reach for everyone, everywhere, and that is grounded in our credo. In 2016, we launched a set of 5-year objectives known as the Health for Humanity 2020 goals. The focus of the 15 goals really provide better access to healthcare worldwide, making the places we live and work in healthier, and teaming up with partners to help achieve those commitments. As we near the end of our Health for Humanity 2020 initiatives, we're happy to acknowledge a few of the many achievements from 2018 and in 2019. We initiated the first ever large-scale efficiency study for investigational HIV preventative vaccine, which is being conducted in 5 Southern African countries. We've advanced development of revolutionary CAR-T therapy for multiple myeloma. CAR-T therapy is a brand new type of immune therapy. There are currently only 2 approved CAR-T therapies for treatment of leukemia and lymphoma in the U.S. and Europe, and it works by extracting T cells, one of the most powerful components of the immune system. Towards the Health for Humanity goal of reducing carbon emissions by 20% by 2020, we've reduced carbon emissions by 26% globally since 2010. We remain committed to be able to use more recycled materials and packaging, reduce reliance on single-use packages, and ensure that 100% of our plastic packaging be reusable, recyclable, or compostable by 2025. Johnson & Johnson is committed to creating a world where healthy mind, body, and environment is within reach for all humanity, and focused efforts to fight HIV and AIDS is an important part of that. We're doing that through renewing our commitment as a major health partner for the 2019 Global Citizens Festival. We have a major partnership with Project RED, which includes creative approaches to raising awareness about HIV/AIDS, such as the exclusive Project RED and Band-Aid, which our goal is to band together to end AIDS in our lifetime. Every purchase of Band-Aid RED bandages will continue enough to provide a day's worth of life-saving HIV medication that helps prevent the transmission of virus from a mother to her child. And as we continue to think about our credo, our final responsibility, not the first responsibility, but our final responsibility is to our stockholders. Our past performance has shown that when we live by these values, we deliver value for our stockholders. Our future in the business of caring and the powerful potential of healthcare, pointing to an outstanding future for customers, employees, and communities. Our J&J CEO, Alex Gorsky, said, "Our performance is the result of our talented J&J colleagues and extraordinary dedication to help advance health and well-being for patients and customers around the world." In 2018, our worldwide sales increased 6.7% to $81.6 billion. We've also shown 35 years of consecutive years of adjusted operational earnings growth. So now that you've learned a little bit more about our credo and opportunities about J&J that you maybe didn't know, are you ready to bring your breakthrough to Johnson & Johnson? Your unique skills, expertise, perspective, and qualifications are crucial in sparking the ideas that become health tech innovators with the potential to reach 1 billion people across the world. Are you ready to join us? There's a couple of different opportunities that you can, and you'll learn a little bit more about those a little bit later, including our internship opportunities, full-time opportunities, and then about our various leadership development opportunities that we have tonight. But before I give you the opportunity to hear from some of my colleagues that are on the call, I want to be able to show you just a short video that talks through really making a breakthrough here at Johnson & Johnson. Jackie, can you show us the video?
A vaccine that prevents HIV. Refrigerated drones that deliver medicine to the ends of the earth. Light that treats acne. Robots that operate. Scalpels that think. Who's working on amazing stuff like this? Johnson & Johnson. Extraordinary things that don't just keep people healthy. They change the whole direction of human health. That's why we need you, because it takes a lot of us. with different skills and backgrounds and minds. From data scientists to designers to supply chainers and everyone in between. We need you, and the world definitely needs you to find new ways to cure and prevent all the nasty stuff out there. New ways to protect human dignity and support human rights. New ways to expand what's possible in human health. Join us. Working with J&J can change everything, including you. Discover the impact you can make at careers.jnj.com.
Thank you so much, Jackie, for showing us that video. And so now what we're going to do is have some of my colleagues that are joining us across the U.S. Will be able to talk through some of their opportunities to learn a little bit more and join us here at J&J. So now with that, I'd like to turn it over into our MLDP program. And Christy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christy Kalango, and today I'm going to talk to you all about the opportunities in medical device marketing through our Marketing Leadership Development Program. I am a second-year MLDP participant. I am based in Westchester, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philadelphia. I received my BBA from Howard University and most recently completed my MBA at Southern Methodist University. I am also from Tennessee, but I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And I am super excited to talk to you all because I myself was recruited by J&J at National Black 2017. So let's just go ahead and jump right in and talk about some of the opportunities. Perfect. So medical devices. So our medical device business segment helps doctors, surgeons, and caregivers deliver healthcare that enhances the joy of living for people everywhere. That has led us to become the world's most comprehensive medical devices business with a presence in nearly every operating room around the world. As we mentioned earlier, medical devices segment had sales in 2017 at $26.6 billion. Medical devices sales in the second quarter of 2018 were at $7.1 billion. That is a 3.7% increase in medical devices worldwide sales, which showing that we are growing as a segment. Medical devices, we produce a broad range of innovative products and solutions used primarily by healthcare professionals in a variety of fields. We have seen growth in our advanced surgery area, which was primarily driven by three different product areas. Those areas are one, endocutters, which are devices that cut and staple; energy, devices which cut and cauterize tissue; and then lastly, biosurgery, products used to achieve hemostasis. We've also seen strong cardiovascular franchise growth in our electrophysiology business. And then our 2018 primary contributors of growth overall were electrophysiology, our AccuView contact lenses, biosurgery, endocutters, surgical vision, wound closure, and last but not least, trauma. Moving on to the next slide. So our MLDP program. So we have two different opportunities available. Our first being our summer internship, which is 12 weeks over the summer. And then we have our full-time 2-year program. Within that program, there are 3 rotations. Each rotation is 8 months. And, of course, the business focus is medical device marketing. What you'll learn through our program is that you'll be able to hone in on core marketing competencies, business analytical skills, and certainly leadership capabilities. And this is all while expanding your understanding of the medical device industry as a whole. You'll be able to contribute to not only our medical device marketing organization, but also greater J&J by firstly understanding our market and our customers, and that in turn will allow you to solve strategic business challenges and also launch new and innovative products. Next slide, please. So the opportunity. So MLDP provides critical on-the-job, hands-on experience through cross-functional assignments, all while offering you very strong training, development, and mentorship opportunities. Please. Okay, so how you'll be able to make an impact. So through the program, you will be working with very diverse teams to solve complex problems with a goal of ultimately delivering better patient care and also improving the quality of life for our patients across the world. And finding the right opportunity. So I talked a little bit about this earlier. So we have our internship opportunity and also our full-time role. Internship, again, is just a very traditional summer internship and an apprenticeship program. And then the full-time opportunity is the 2-year program that's available. And through both of these programs, you will be able to work through very strategic business issues and challenges that we're faced with as a business. And then you would definitely gain exposure to top business leaders and then different cross-functional areas within med device marketing. And honestly, med device as a whole. So location. So through med device, our med device business segment, we have a number of med device operating companies. 3 of the companies that we primarily place our MLDP participants in are Ethicon, DePuy Synthes, and CSS. So I am based in Westchester through DePuy, you can see there. So we have locations east, central, and west, and this really allows us to employ participants in a variety of different places across the country. So you can, if you have a preference in a certain area, certainly be able to talk to you about the opportunities within the different operating companies. Slide, please. Perfect. So our MLDP program requirements. So you are required to have an MBA degree or be working towards one if you're interested in the internship opportunity. 3+ years of full-time experience, strong analytical and interpersonal skills, and then experience in the following areas listed below, those being marketing, product management, market research, sales, BD, licensing and acquisitions, and lastly, professional medical education. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to procurement. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Winona Taylor. I am a senior manager in our procurement corporate tier organization. I've been with J&J about 7 years now, and I've had various roles. My current role is I'm actually a program management lead, so I have responsibility for some of our transformational projects that we're leading here in procurement. I had an undergrad from Morgan State, and I have my MBA from the University of Maryland. And a fun fact about myself would be I love to cook, so I love grilling, and so this time of year is the perfect time of year for me. So let me talk to you a little bit about procurement. So procurement, as you probably know, is a support function within our administrative organization within J&J. So all of the sectors that Jamil talked about in his introduction, procurement supports all 3 of those sectors. And so you will have opportunities in all 3 of those sectors. In talking about the Procurement Leadership Development Program. So our program has been in existence for over 12 years. And that program, and currently our program is a 2.5-year rotational program. And so each of the applicants can rotate across the functions in those 2.5 years. And our focus would then be on, supporting across sectors and globally. So we will have opportunities to support either pharmaceutical, medical devices, or consumer. It is a global program. And also, one of the things that you will learn as part of this program is, how will you develop category strategies? How do we engage with our business leaders and our suppliers? How do we manage those supplier relationships? And then what is, that you'll be able to contribute as part of the PLDP program? All of our procurement people and resources, will deliver value in some shape or form. And so this program focuses on helping you to contribute by delivering significant strategies that help drive significant change in our businesses' bottom lines. We conduct research from a market perspective that will help us to identify potential supply base and business and solve business challenges. And then one of the bigger things that you also will have the opportunity to do is help to manage those key supplier relationships with many of our commercial suppliers. Next slide, please. So how will you make that impact, right? So each role in procurement, we have a responsibility to really drive sustainability for J&J as a whole. And that's across our entire supply base by creating, some really huge global impacts. When you talk about, our current spend is about approximately $30 billion annually. One of the things that the PLDP role will allow you to do is really be pivotal in helping us to drive additional spend and engagements with diverse suppliers, which is a significant impact to our communities. And as we kind of talked about a little earlier, it helps to drive that diversity and keep us aligned with our credo. J&J is actually a current member of the $1 Billion Roundtable. So as a PLDP participant, you will help us to continue to have a seat at that table and continue us to drive our diversity spend. Also within the program, as a J&J leader, we do have responsibility for our corporate citizenship. And then as Jamil talked about, we have responsibility for maintaining that Healthful Humanity reporting. So in this program, you will be contributing to highlight that amazing work that we do, for our patients across the globe. Next slide, please. So how does our program work? We like our partners in other LDP programs, we have two. We have a full-time program and an internship. Our full-time program, as I talked about a little earlier, is a 2 rotationals over 2.5 years. The roles are really strategically placed within our function. So, where do we need those opportunities at the time when we bring you on board? So significantly, we are putting you in roles that, will help to drive our continued strategies forward. As part of this program, there is 2 weeks of summit activities that you'll do across, one in the U.S. and one internationally, where, you'll engage with your peers that are also part of the program and where you'll get learnings and engagements with some of our leaders. As part of this program, you will also be assigned a capstone project in your second year. It's approximately 20% of your time, and really it's a project that's outside of your role that, again, allows you to contribute to the overall strategy within J&J and within our function, but also it allows you to engage with, other cross-functional teams outside of the procurement organization. The internship program is then a 12-week program, which really is based for, those first-year MBA candidates. So certainly if you are, want to enter in your first year, this is probably a program that you want to look into for May of 2020. Overall, our practice in procurement is that we would like to, recruit once and hire twice. So in many cases, our internships end up receiving offers into our full-time programs. So this is certainly a way to have that introduction into the J&J PLDP program. As part of that 12 weeks, you will get immersed with, our senior leaders. You'll get assigned, peers and buddies so that they can help you acclimate into J&J. And then really, it's really, for you to then help engage with not only our leaders, but our other counterparts and our other functions to really understand, how procurement is driving the strategies and success within the organization. What are we looking for in this program? You must have a minimum of 5 years work experience prior to completing your MBA, right? And so it's open to any MBA candidate, so no real specialty, but, certainly if you are a supply chain or logistics MBA candidate, this may be something you definitely want to look at first. You need to really have some people management skills, right? So that is a preference for us. So, and then the ideal candidate certainly has to be able to have learning agility, some business acumen, influencing and collaboration. So that's primarily what we're doing in procurement. We're influencing and communicating with our business leaders. So you certainly want to make sure that that's a skill set that you can bring to the table. So now I'm going to turn it over to my partners in the Janssen Pharmaceutical Marketing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nieves Ortiz. I have been with Janssen for a little bit over 2 years. I am currently a product manager in our immunology business unit, and previously to doing this rotation, I worked in global market access, also in our immunology group. So you can go to the next slide. So I'm going to give you an overview of how this program looks like. As some of our other programs, the majority of the ECLDPs that are currently in our program have started as interns. That internship program has a length of 12 weeks where you would get the opportunity to work with different business partners, and you would get to know all our therapeutic areas. And how that internship will look like would depend on your preference. So you could be working on something that's more focused on market research, or more marketing, or more global market access, or in general, like our global organization. So that could be market access or price and strategy, or it could also be global marketing. So our center in Janssen is for patients. So everything we do is really focused around the patients. That's where the majority of our conversations happen throughout the day, because at the end of the day, our end goal is to provide patients with medications to treat their diseases, right? So that's what we're here for. We collaborate to make sure that everyone is healthy and that everyone has access to the treatments that they need. So as I was saying, we focus on major unmet needs. So we focus on immunology. We have products for cardiovascular and metabolic diseases. We also have an oncology business unit. We have infectious diseases. So there are a lot of things that we focus on in Janssen. So as you can see there, and this was previously mentioned in the opening, we have a lot of indications for our products. So we have products that treat schizophrenia, that treat HIV, lung cancer, psoriasis, diabetes. So this is really why we get up in the morning to go to work. And there are more exciting things to come into the pipeline for us. Right now, our two biggest business units are oncology and immunology. But there are more things coming down the pipeline, as I was saying. So if you guys have curiosity, you can go and definitely see it on our website. So we have had 14 new products approved since 2011. You probably have seen some commercials for Xarelto, probably for Tremfya, and a lot of these products are focused in oncology, like, for example, Imbruvica, Zytiga, Darzalex, Gendelix, Erleada. So a lot of new launches on the oncology business. There are a lot of exciting things happening there. On the immunology side, we have other assets that are more on the mature side, but also products that, even though have been in the market for a while, they also have new indications coming to market. So one of our newest assets is Tremfya, which you probably have seen some direct-to-consumer marketing on the TV. And we also have 11 essential medicines that are part of the World Health Organization list. So that's something that we're very proud of. Now, in terms of the program overall, how does it look like? So as I was telling you in the beginning, the internship is a 12-week program where you get the opportunity to work in either inline marketing, and that could be working on marketing for payers, marketing for consumers, or marketing for HCPs. And this could happen across all of our TAs, so across all of our therapeutic areas. You could also be working in CE, which is commercial excellence, and that could look something like market research or business analytics. And we also have SCG, which is our group that is focused on marketing, but for payers. We typically don't do sales rotations as part of the internship, given the length. We would need a whole more time to do a sales rotation, so that's something that we keep for our full time. During the full time, you will have the opportunity to do 2 rotations that are going to be 1.5 years each. And there your opportunities expand a little bit more. So there you would get the opportunity to work in sales, or you would get the opportunity to work in global marketing, or GCSO, which, as I was telling you before, is our global organization. And there you have opportunities to work in global market access or pricing strategy. And the type of work you do there is a little bit more focused on strategy compared to what you would do on a marketing role, which is obviously more focused just in the U.S. And more on short-term goals. Now, once you graduate from the program, this turns out into the opportunity for us to be product managers in marketing, and this would also look like how that looks like depend on what your desire is. So you could be someone that's placed on an inline marketing role, but some of our HRLDPs have had their final placement in roles in in GCSO, or maybe in commercial excellence, depending on their interest. During the internship, you would get the opportunity there are a couple things going on during our internship. You will have the opportunity to go to New York City to meet with one of our agencies. You will go through a value excellence training, which basically is going to provide you all the tools and frameworks that you would need to be successful in your rotation. There will be networking events where you would have the opportunity to get to know our different campuses, because we have an office in Titusville, but we also have an office in Horsham. So you'll get the opportunity to meet people that work in both buildings. And one of the most exciting things that we have is our case competition, where you will have the opportunity to work with your classmates on the HRLDP class, and you will get the opportunity to present to senior leaders, which is very exciting because it is a little stressful, I'm not going to lie, but it's a really good opportunity to put yourself out there and learn about something that is a business need for us that we don't have the opportunity to work on as we would like. So we give you guys the opportunity to come up with innovative solutions. Now, what are we looking for? So in order for you to get into this program, you need to be currently pursuing an MBA, and you need to have 4+ years of prior work experience. We obviously want to hire people that can demonstrate example of working in a matrix environment, because a lot of the work that we do at Janssen is with our cross-functional partners, and we need to do a lot of influencing that authority. So it is very important for us that you would know how to navigate the structure of the company. We need proven analytical skills and cycles of success in a previous professional environment. And intellectual curiosity is something that we really look for because we need new solutions for problems that we have been facing. Some for a long time, some are new, some are old. So we need to bring new people to bring new experiences to our team. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to our human resources team.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Evangelista, and I am a 2018 graduate of our HRLDP program. A little bit about myself. I am originally from New York, lived a very long time in Washington, D.C., and now find myself here in the great state of New Jersey. I did my undergraduate degree at the George Washington University, where I got a degree in international affairs, so focusing in economics, and then later did my MBA at the University of Maryland. Prior to J&J, my life actually was not in HR. It was in a variety of finance operations roles at an asset management firm. And within J&J, I've now had the privilege of holding a number of roles, most of which I listed here to give people an idea of the breadth of opportunities available within HR. So similar to procurement, HR is an enabling function for the enterprise. And so I've had the opportunity to work in our medical device business, work supporting enterprise functions from a global change capacity, work with our Janssen pharmaceutical business, work within global talent management, and now have worked on a number of strategic projects, including acquisitions such as the Actelion acquisition that you heard about from Jamil earlier. Next slide. So what is our experienced HRLDP program all about? So the program is 2 years, during which time you'll have 3 different rotations. The first is 6 months, the second is 12 months, and then the last one is 6 months. And within that, you'll have experiences such as change management, org design, talent development, total rewards, potential opportunities to work in talent acquisition. So really a breadth of experiences available, and again, across all of our different sectors. So the possibility to work within medical device or pharma or consumer, as well as with some of our other enabling functions. Similar to some of the other programs, there are multiple immersion week experiences where the program is global, so everyone gets together at a global J&J location where we'll either get into deep understanding of one of our businesses or a particular geography or a particular market type, and really learn a lot about what the business is doing and really deepen our focus on the industry that we work in. We'll accelerate your leadership development through access to external coaching. There's extensive internal leadership exposure and networking opportunity, as well as the ability to build a cross-functional community and network through these programs. And then you'll build strong connections with a network of cross-sector and cross-functional leaders as a result of these roles that you'll have throughout the enterprise, spanning all of our global businesses, as well as our HR community. Some of the things that you can expect to do, you'll gain rich experience through the J&J operating model across different enterprise level rotations. You'll have various assignments which will give you the opportunity to really provide strategic consulting and design support to J&J businesses on every level from the enterprise to the local level. And then you'll develop and lead critical human capital strategies really through a future-focused integrated curriculum. Next slide. So who are we looking for this opportunity? So our U.S. internship, it's for those individuals who have an intended MBA graduation date between December of 2020 and July of 2021. So you're ideally a first-year student right now, potentially a second-year student, but looking for an internship next summer if you're graduating anytime between December 2020 and July 2021. If you're looking for our full-time opportunity, this is for those who are potentially graduating this December up through next July. We have both internship and full-time opportunities. As I said earlier, the full-time opportunity is 2-year rotation, and the global internship is a 12-week program similar to the other programs. The dates of those will vary according to some of the university and the hiring country requirements, but really our preference is that graduation date must be within 0 to 12 months prior to the program start date. And with that, I will turn it over to my consumer colleague.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So my name is Taryn Brown, and I am a Senior Marketing Manager of Integrated Marketing and Digital over in corporate equity right now. So I'm excited to share with you about our consumer marketing opportunities. So we are currently recruiting for a bit of a traditional 11-week internship. And as Jamil mentioned earlier, consumer is probably the division that you're most familiar with. We have several iconic brands that you guys have probably known, household names like Tylenol, Motrin, Clean and Clear, Neutrogena, and you'll have an opportunity to come and join us there. And actually, let me take a step back. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. So before this is what you get when you don't put the slide to remind yourself. So just a quick little blurb about me. I have been with J&J for about 5 years, and I'm a Cornell MBA and went to UC Berkeley undergrad. I had an opportunity to come and join Johnson & Johnson as an intern about 6 years ago, and spent my entire career in consumer, working on various brands ranging from Johnson's Baby to Listerine to even Rogaine, a diverse set of opportunities, and also in a couple of global roles. I recently transitioned to a non-traditional role, working on really exciting projects, which Jamil also mentioned earlier, like the Red Partnership, Global Citizens, so working in our corporate equity team and figuring out how to shape the J&J brand and really bridging the passion that I have for purpose and international development and really purpose-driven work with strategic marketing acumen that I've had to develop over the last several years. So I'm a proud MLT fellow, a proud consortium fellow, and I have also had the pleasure of attending National Black several years in a row. And if you're interested in consumer marketing, you will get to meet me in person in a couple of weeks at National Black MBA. So do hope that you guys stop by and join the booth and get better acquainted. So now that you have a little bit about me, let's delve back into the consumer marketing team. So again, really iconic brands. We are recruiting for a traditional summer internship. It's an 11-week internship really focused on high-need projects with real business impact. So we really, are expecting folks to perform really strongly and work on really exciting projects that are really going to add a lot of value. It's a structured program that's designed to give you a lot of networking opportunities with a lot of feedback and coaching. We give you various mentors. We also give you different coaches. We also give you brand managers and ABMs, as well as POC contacts that you can advocate with throughout the actual year. We love to talk about how we balance fun as well as, work hard, play hard. So it's a really exciting summer in which you are extended the opportunity to have housing. Again, you work on a real life project, various social activities to really give you an introduction into the J&J culture, allow you to get to know us as well as us getting to know you. Various activities such as, baseball games and different social events and happy hours and dinners. We also fly your family out for the weekend to get better acquainted and to help them get introduced to the J&J culture to help you make a really informed decision to make sure that J&J is the right fit for you. We have several internship locations that will really be based on the brand in which you are assigned to. So we have opportunities for Washington, Pennsylvania. We also have opportunities in our headquarters in New Brunswick, as well as Skillman, New Jersey, and on our Neutrogena business in Los Angeles. Next slide, please. So as you think about what you're going to be working on, as I said, it's really, really meaty projects in which you're really going to get a chance to stretch both your strategic and your analytical thinking, as well as your creative rigor. Just to give you a bit of a feel for what you can expect from previous projects, here are a couple of assignments so that you can really get an understanding about what you're going to be tasked with. A couple of examples here are an opportunity to create a social commerce strategy plan for Aveeno, or to launch an international skincare brand into the United States, right? So maybe it's a brand that's done well in other countries, and you have to figure out what the go-to-market strategy ought to be in our local market, or maybe it's something that's a little more digitally focused, such as looking at developing a CRM strategy for the Listerine brand, or even developing a multicultural strategy for Band-Aid and Neosporin, right? Really figuring out how we can tap into the multicultural consumer and win them over with our wound care brand. So really, really meaty projects, and honestly, we're looking for things to be pretty turnkey, right? Someone who can hit the ground running, really deal with a significant amount of ambiguity, crack the code on answering really critical questions, and ask the right questions and build relationships. J&J is very, very relationship-driven. And so the hope is that at the end of your 11 weeks, you will present your final presentation, and that we will then take that and implement that in the business. So it's not meant to be, a test of fluff. It's real meaty work that we're then going to implement. And so you need to be ready for the level of rigor there. Next slide, just to give you a bit of a feel for the qualities that we're looking for as you look to pursue an internship with consumer marketing. We're looking for someone who has strong leadership and teamwork capabilities. Again, we're a very, very relationship-driven culture, so your ability to work well with others and to collaborate and to get things done and leverage your cross-functional relationships is really, really important. Also, your ability to think strategically as well as creatively, and analytical skills to analyze data, really take a diverse set of data and figure out the so what of it all to make a strategic recommendation for the brand going forward. And definitely someone who has an entrepreneurial mindset, right? Someone who is a self-starter, someone who can think independently, and as I mentioned earlier, someone who can navigate ambiguity successfully. We don't necessarily have a rule book where we tell you, this is the exact path to figuring things out, and so it has to be someone who is really innovative and creative with out-of-the-box thinking, and someone who, again, is comfortable with an ambiguous environment. So if that's something that you would be interested in, we would love to see you. As I said, I will be there at National Black MBA. Unfortunately, my face is not on this slide, but hoping to see you there. We're going to have a team of about 6. We'll have, as a part of the overall process, you'll have 2 45-minute interviews with 2 different brand managers, and then if you are progressed forward, you'll move forward with 1 final interview with the director. All of this is in preparation for inviting you back for a full-time offer. Currently, we actually source 100% of our full-time talent from our intern class. So if working with the consumer marketing group is something that you have passion for, definitely want to encourage you to apply to the internship, as right now it is the primary way to come into the company with consumer marketing. And so with that, I will turn it over and happy to answer any questions at the end of the presentation.
Great, thank you so much. This is Stephanie Gustafson, and I will be talking about our Vision Care internship program. And for some reason, I'm not seeing this slide turn over. I want to make sure that it's loading correctly. Oh, there we go. All right, just Jamil, can you confirm that you're seeing the slide about me?
Yes, I am. I'm seeing the slide about you that describes your education and all sorts of things.
Okay, perfect.
Give them an insight.
Thanks so much. Okay, wonderful, great. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for staying on the call today. We really appreciate your time. Just wanted to give a quick introduction about myself. So I originally grew up in Michigan, spent some time in Pennsylvania, and now I'm so excited to be living in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm enjoying my sunny days and warm winters, and you'll see me on the beach doing some yoga. I live walking distance to the beach and 15 minutes from the office. It's an amazing place to be. What I love and what keeps me energized is spending time with family, friends, and traveling as well. You'll see that under my hobbies and interests area. I went to undergrad at Oakland University and studied marketing, and then had the opportunity to get my MBA from Carnegie Mellon's Tepper School of Business. In between those two times at school, I spent most of my time working for digital marketing agencies for automotive clients such as General Motors and Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. During my MBA program, I had the pleasure of working with Johnson & Johnson on the AccuView brand in Vision in Jacksonville, Florida, and I've been working there full-time for the past 2 years. And we can go to the next slide. I think it must be something with my computer, but I'm just moving over to the next slide.
Yep. You're on the next slide, Stephanie.
Okay, perfect. Great. So just to tell you a little bit about what opportunities we have at Vision, we are recruiting for MBA interns, and our program is 12 weeks during the summer and with an opportunity to convert to a full-time role. And our area within Vision is quite unique because we're a mix between consumer and medical devices, and our focus is in marketing. And what we're really excited about and what a lot of people don't know is that we are J&J's largest consumer brand. We have over $3.4 billion in sales annually, billion with a B, and there's so many different opportunities within our program. So within our internship, we make sure that you have real projects to work on that actually have business impact, and you have the ability to make an impact during the summer and sometimes even get some parts of your program and project live in market, which is really exciting. This also gives you a great chance to either grow or build on your existing skill sets that are really important as a marketer, such as P&L management and forecasting, analytics, working with agencies, storytelling, and so much more. We make sure that you have access to our key leaders, so our interns get to meet our president and worldwide president, as well as all sorts of different other VPs across marketing and a lot of key stakeholders within our business. And we make sure that you're supported throughout the summer. So in addition to spending time with your manager, your team, and cross-functional marketers, you're also going to have two different buddies, one from our global organization and then one from our U.S. team. So we'll make sure that they're there to support you every step of the way. In addition to all of our different committees, we have 5 committees that are supporting an internship program to provide you a robust plan. And we, of course, want you to have fun while you're with us. We'll help you get to know Jacksonville, learn a little bit more about our products, make some contact lenses, volunteer, and so much more. And moving over to the next slide. So we wanted to talk about a couple of examples of projects. So there's so many different opportunities that you can work on with us throughout the summer. One example would be we've recently launched a new product. It's called AccuView Oasis with Transitions. It has light technology to change different light patterns in your eye based on the environment that you're in. And it was named as a Time Magazine's Best Invention of 2018. So one of our MBA interns designed and launched a pre-launch strategy to build excitement and interest for the product before it launched. And many of our full-time employees, because it's such a big undertaking, are working on bringing this product to life, selling it into both our doctors and our consumers. And they get to work on really great and interesting activations, such as our influencer, Bryce Harper, who's a baseball player, if you're not familiar, and so many other key partners to help bring this product to life. We can move on to the next slide. Oops. And so what I think is really unique about our program is that there's so many different cross-functional teams and skills that you can work on within vision care, and that's applicable for both the internship and full-time. So, for example, we do have teams that are your traditional brand management marketers. We also have teams that have a heavy focus on our consumer and digital properties. There's also, because our product is so unique, an opportunity to work with doctors and market and educate them about our products and services as well. We, of course, have the traditional retail shopper channel who are working with key customers such as Walmart, Target, Sam's Clubs, and more. And we also, and one of my internship was in innovation and pipeline, so bringing new products to market. There's so much more too, and I think we have something for everyone. So moving over to the next slide, I mentioned this briefly. Our headquarters is in Jacksonville, Florida. It's a great place to live and work. It's actually the largest city in the country by land area. Not many people know about that, and most populous in Florida. Really great cost of living too, which I know how it is with the student loans, so it's a perfect place to be to save some money. And there's no state income taxes too. If you have a family or are thinking about a family, we actually have the best school systems in Florida, just within 20 minutes of our office. And so we're really excited. Please ask questions about the opportunity. The next slide shows what we're looking for in marketers. This is very similar to some of our other colleagues who took you through this. At least 3 years of full-time experience, a key willingness to demonstrate analytics, strategic thinking, and we are so excited to meet with you at the conference. Jamil will show our full listing of our post and where to apply in next steps, but we really hope that you apply in advance of the conference so that we can interview with you on site. And with that, I will pass it over to my colleagues to help share more about the finance opportunities.
Great. Thank you so much, Stephanie. To just start off talking about finance, I'll jump into a little bit about myself and my experiences thus far at J&J. My name is Becky Gogas. I actually come into J&J with a background in engineering. My undergraduate degree was from Cornell University, and I studied chemical and biomedical engineering. So I worked for a little over 5 years at the VA hospitals, working on large-scale medical equipment installations, such as CT scanners, MRIs, stuff like that. Decided to go back and get my MBA and go into more of a business focus, but really wanted to work for a company that still allowed me to stay in healthcare and really, be where my passion lies in, helping people and working for a company in the healthcare space. So that brought me to J&J. I participated in the finance internship program, worked for 10 weeks in our Janssen pharmaceutical business, and then came back full-time for the program. I've been full-time with J&J about 4 years now in, some diverse roles across J&J. A little bit more about me. I love to spend time with my family. You can see my parents and my sister were dressed up at my cousin's bat mitzvah, my dog over there. And then in terms of hobbies and interests, I love to travel. I'm a big Philly sports fan, so that picture is from the Eagles Super Bowl parade. And I like to run as well. I just ran my first half marathon a few months ago. So now we can jump into some more details about the Finance MBA Leadership Development Program. So we will be recruiting for both internship and full-time positions. Our internship is a 10-week program where you work on one, main project over the course of the summer. And the full-time program is a 4-year rotational program, so probably a little bit longer than the programs you've heard about thus far. It is 2 2-year rotations. And one of the unique things about finance is it is one program across all sectors. So you can rotate and, have different roles in consumer, medical device, pharmaceuticals, or corporate. So you really get the diversity of, seeing all of our sectors at J&J. You can work in different areas within finance, so you can support the sales and marketing teams, supply chain, research and development, corporate. So definitely, a lot of breadth in the different roles that we have. A little bit more on, what you'll learn either in the full-time program or the internship. So a big focus on project management skills, team and people management, a lot of business partnering. So, one of the biggest takeaways for me in my time at J&J is, seeing that finance truly has a seat at the table and, is really expected to be a strong business partner, working on executive framing, and then, of course, the technical side, the finance and accounting skills. The program really is balanced. There's a lot of, technical training and stuff, but also a lot of soft skills training. So really a good balance between the technical side and also, building those soft skills to help you, continue on as a leader for the rest of your career. We do have locations across the country. So obviously our headquarters is in New Jersey. A lot of our locations are in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, but there are opportunities in Florida, Ohio, California, and, other places across the country as well. Just a little bit more about the 4-year rotational program. You do come in as a finance manager, and you're expected to develop readiness to become a finance director over the course of those 4 years. You really spearhead, high impact projects. So you get a lot of exposure, a lot of visibility, a lot of great opportunities to really work on things that are, definitely driving change across the enterprise. You're expected to deliver your team and your core responsibilities, and then ad hoc deliverables as they come up as well. Jumping to the next slide. So, what are we looking for? What are the qualifications that we're looking for the internship or our full-time roles? Looking for students who are currently pursuing a full-time MBA, either graduating in 2020, which would be looking for full-time opportunities, or 2021, looking for internship opportunities. And then a big one here, we are looking for a minimum of 5 years of prior business or related experience. It does not have to be finance experience. In fact, a lot of people, myself included, come into the program with different backgrounds outside of finance, and I think that really allows you to bring a unique perspective and a different point of view into the company. But that minimum of 5 years is, an important qualification that we do need to see. And then really just the ability to demonstrate leadership capabilities through employment, extracurricular activities, and or other internships that you've had. So, you may not come in with a finance experience, but we really do look for that leadership capability, bringing you in at the manager level, really looking for people who, can jump in and, add value and lead from the beginning. So I think that's it. Before I turn it over, I'll just say a few words. I've been with J&J about 4 years now. I've had a great experience in the finance MBA Leadership Development Program. I've been through a lot of different training. I've had a lot of exposure to senior leaders, and I've learned and grown, more than I could have ever imagined, and have just been really happy in the program. So look forward to meeting all of you at the National Black Conference in a few weeks, and be happy to answer any questions when we get to that point. Now I'll turn it back over to Jamil.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. So thank you so much to all of my colleagues that have really had the opportunity to share a little bit more information about their various programs and ways that you can interact and really break through with us here at Johnson & Johnson. I see that some questions are coming into the Q&A panel, so if you're on the call and have some of those questions, feel free to submit those at this time, and we will start answering questions in just a second. But what we wanted to do is make sure that you knew a little bit more about ways that you can engage with us at Houston. So on Thursday, September 26th, we will have Fitting in Fitness with celebrity trainer Jeanette Jenkins at 7 a.m., so 7 a.m. to 7:45. So we would love to have you come, have that chance to get your workout on before starting your day at the conference, because we know those days at the conference can be quite long. And then we'll also be at the Career Expo, booth 1301. So feel free to come by and see us. We have a picture of our booth that will be present there, so we will have a large contingency of folks. Many of my colleagues that are on the phone today, as well as our university recruiting team based out of Tampa, will also be there. And then on Friday, we will have our Career Expo booth, again, 1301. And then we are also sponsoring one of the wellness panels. So we know that it's important for us, as we mentioned earlier with our Health for Humanity, to not only be physically well, but also well when we're at the workplace too. So we will have the opportunity to talk through some opportunities that you can maintain that healthy living and healthy lifestyle as you are at work and every day as you're at school as well. We mentioned a little bit about the different positions and opportunities that you can present and really apply and be a part of Johnson & Johnson. And so we want you to apply to both the National Black MBA Association website as well as careers.jnj.com. Without you submitting that application to careers.jnj.com, you can't be considered for a position with us at J&J. That careers website is what actually triggers our process here at Johnson & Johnson. So please make sure that you apply to both. And I believe once you apply on the National Black website, you will also be prompted to apply at our careers.jnj.com website. What I encourage you to do right now, I know some folks in the question and answer were asking, could you apply to multiple positions? Absolutely. We encourage that, especially as some of our different marketing opportunities span across our 3 different sectors that we have. So if you want, take a picture of this slide right now so that you can see those requisition IDs, and feel free to go to careers.jnj.com, type in that requisition number, and it will take you to those positions there. But again, we need you to apply to both of those websites, both our National Black MBA website as well as our careers.jnj.com website. One thing to note is our consumer marketing position is not listed here. That position will be posted in the coming days, so we will have that opportunity there. So if you're on the careers website, just type in consumer marketing to the search bar, and you should be able to find the consumer posting there once it is posted. And now I would like to open it up for questions and answers. So I know that we are there are some questions and answers in here. So I will open it up and ask our recruiting lead to kind of help join me as well. So one I have is, are the LDP programs only for current MBA candidates, or are they open to those who have already graduated? So our HR leader for university recruiting is in the room with me, Crystal Brindley, so she'll be able to answer that question. And then we'll also talk about some of our programs also looking for full-time opportunities.
Yeah, great question. Thanks, Jamil. Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us this evening. Most of our MBA leadership development programs are geared towards first and second year candidates for those specific roles, but we do have a number of professional opportunities that we don't currently have listed yet, but please do keep an eye out on the National Black website. As we get closer to conference, our professional opportunities will be posted then, so we will have some of those opportunities posted, but great question. Another one that I did see, and this is from Kelly, or this is another question about, I believe it was, can't see the original question, but Kelly, I'm going to private message you because you can send me your resume, and I'm happy to share it with our professional recruiting team within, I believe, that foreign corruption segment that you were interested in getting to know more about. So I'll privately message you my email. You can send me your resume.
So for another question that we have here, and I'll pass this over to Sarah or Nick that are on the call with us. For interest in the HRLDP program, is it required to have previous HR experience?
It is not, it is not, so that's my awareness. I came in with no HR experience at all. I always like to tell people that J&J will teach you everything you need to know about HR. It is required that you have prior work experience, but not necessarily in HR.
Excellent. Thank you so much for answering that for us, Sarah. I have a question for a student that said, I attended Consortium OP and had an informational interview with J&J there. Will interviews at National Black also be informational?
Yeah, and that's a great question, Madeline. Most of the interviews were in more informational at CGSM, but at National Black they will be more formal interviews. So great question.
Okay, so I have another question here that says, how to best break into the industry, strong record of success in every facet of manufacturing and supply chain, leading local and enterprise-wide in multiple disciplines, willing to relocate. So maybe let's talk through a couple of opportunities that maybe helped a couple of our panelists really break into J&J and how you mentioned that. So maybe we'll pass it over to anyone that's still on the call that would like to answer that from J&J. Okay, are you still on the call with us?
This is it.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Very good. So from our J&J, for our J&J folks that are on the phone, can you talk a little bit about how you maybe broke through with the industry, especially with some of you that had some different experiences as you were maybe obtaining your MBA and how you ended up landing at J&J? So maybe one or two folks can maybe share their experiences with that.
Sure, I can talk about my experience in joining the procurement organization. So I think it's really around showing your ability to work well in teams, right? Showing that you can foster the leadership imperatives that are important for J&J. So certainly do some research around the J&J leadership imperatives and be able to correlate those leadership imperatives to, prior work experience. I also think make sure that, you're able to talk about what you can contribute to J&J. So as we just kind of highlighted, not every role within J&J requires you to have, prior experience. So it's more around, do you show the leadership qualities that we're looking for, the business acumen? Are you able to work well in those teams and communicate effectively? And if you can demonstrate those capabilities, I think, it's certainly, especially at National Black, is an opportunity to at least get in contact with someone at the booth. Talk a little bit about how you can show those and demonstrate those abilities, and certainly, be able to, articulate the what you can do for J&J. I think it's probably the best way I could offer suggestions.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So I had a question that just popped up that said, are you willing to connect with folks via LinkedIn or other opportunities? Absolutely. J&J is a company that's built on relationships. I think as we talked through the credo at the beginning of this call, we talked about that we're really about people and those relationships from obviously our customers, patients, doctors, mothers and fathers, but then also our employees. So definitely if there's folks that you would like to connect with on LinkedIn, certainly feel free to do that. We may not always check our LinkedIn, but definitely feel free to connect with us there. And then also we hope that you'll be able to interact with us in Houston at that conference coming up next month. So definitely take an opportunity to interact with us and help and meet with us at those opportunities. So a question I have here is, after applying online, and if we are selected, will we receive an interview invitation at the conference or for at the conference?
Yep. Thanks, Jamil. That's a great question. Happy to shed some insights on the process. If you are selected prior to the conference, you likely will get notified before the conference if you are one that is pre-selected to schedule an interview. If not, then likely you will get scheduled on site if we meet you at conference. So there's two different ways you can get scheduled.
So another question I just received here were some of the J&J, this has been the key for a minute. So some of the J&J representatives talked about towns and where their offices are located. How do others feel about the town, cities where they work? So I'll start that, and then I'd love to hear from a couple of our folks. I know we heard from Westchester. We've heard about New Jersey, some of the different cities. I am based down here in Tampa, Florida myself. Originally, again, I'm from Nashville and moved to Tampa to come here and work for J&J, and I absolutely love the city of Tampa. It's a booming industry with a lot of growth, a great place for young professionals, a lot of things to do with sports teams. I'm a huge sports fan, and just a lot of great food opportunities. The beach is 30 minutes away. We have a lot of sunshine through many parts of the year, except for right now when it's our rainy season and it's currently really dark and starting to lightning outside. But it's a really great town and a great opportunity for me as a young professional to be here and interact with tons of different individuals. And then I'll speak to kind of last week I was up at our corporate headquarters in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and was there for meetings all week. And then on Friday, I decided to pop over to New York City and visit some of my college friends. So it was a great opportunity for us to take the train over from New Jersey into New York City and spend the weekend and have a great opportunity to take advantage of all the different things that New York City has to offer. So would love to pop it over to some of our other folks that are on the line. Maybe let's hear from two other J&J representatives about their experiences, one from New Jersey and then maybe someone in Pennsylvania area as well.
Jamil, this is Taryn. I can hop in here. So this is Taryn from Consumer Marketing. As Jamil just alluded to, I actually live in Jersey City, which is literally 5 minutes from New York City. I'm definitely myself a city girl, so I'm from Los Angeles. I've lived in D.C. and all over the world, and I think, just having access to that metropolitan city is incredible as far as, like, cultural plays and different events and festivals, and you all know that New York City, well, at least in my opinion, is pretty phenomenal. So we have a commuter culture. I work out of New Brunswick. I work about 3 days a week in the office and have a lot of flexibility to do a couple of days from home as well. So I think, it's a really great balance of having access to the city, but then also being able to commute into the J&J office. So it's been a really great experience overall.
Maybe one other person from J&J?
I'll talk about my experience. So I currently live in Pennsylvania and actually work in the New Jersey office, so similar to my colleague. I love the ability to go into New Jersey a couple of days a week, work remotely when I need to, so great quality of life and work-life balance there. But also I just like the ability to travel back and forth to our different sites in the New Jersey area. So very easily to commute to 5 to 6 of our sites in that New Jersey, PA area, which is great, especially when you're talking about, your career development opportunities.
Well, I know it is 7:59, and there are still several questions that are in here, and certainly we would love to have the opportunity to answer all those, but I want to be respectful for everyone's time. I want to say a big thank you for taking time out of your busy day and evening to join us to learn a little bit more about our company. Certainly, I wanted to definitely let you know that the recording will be available in PATH, and participants should also receive an email that will allow you to access the recording as well if you have any other questions or would like to see those opportunities to apply. But certainly, we hope to see you in Houston at the 41st Annual Conference of National Black, and we wish that you have a great evening, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.
On behalf of NBMBAA, I would like to thank our presenter for a great program and you, the audience, for your participation in today's event. This concludes today's program. Thank you and have a great day.